So if you recall, I didn't really do any research when I got onto carnivore. I kind of just started and just knew very little about it and didn't do much research. So it's possible you've heard about these things or you've been told these things, but I sure was not told any of these. So with that being said, here are 5 things that nobody tells you about carnivore. Number 1, eating is like super convenient. Like meal planning, meal prep. I'm such a utilitarian in the sense that's like, let's just get the food into my body. Like you can be more fancy, but for me, it's like, there's no guessing what I'm going to have for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I eat once a day, so that cuts out a lot of that. And then it's like, what am I going to have for dinner? Well, I'm going to have meat. And it's just super simple. It's easy, and I go have the meat. If you would like to be a little bit more fancy with things and prepare different meats or whatever, cook them a different way, I have a pound of ground beef a day, and I, cook it in my cast iron skillet, black pepper, sriracha, call it a day. Number 2, this one's kind of gross, but I only poop every 3 to 4 days now. Previously, for my whole adult life, I pooped every single day at basically a certain time. I'm sure many of you can relate to that. It kind of made me nervous at first. It's like, oh dear, I'm just eating meat and my poop ain't coming. But now I've gotten into a pattern. It's like, oh, so every 3 to 4 days, I will have a bowel movement. Number 3, people will judge you. They'll judge you online. They'll judge you in person. I think it's still very much frowned upon, the idea of carnivore. Not even from the sense of like you're eating animals, but just from the sense of it's so different than the norm, at least in America, of having fruits and veggies and breads and all this other stuff. Something that's tied to that is people also won't believe you that you eat only meat. I say, hey, I'm on carnivore. I just eat meat. And then they're like, okay, cool. And then they're still surprised when you literally just eat meat. Number 4, I have struggled with obesity my entire life, and I really wish that some doctor somewhere along the way would have said, hey, do you know that you don't need carbs to survive? You don't need carbs to have a wonderful, healthy life. Because I grew up, I was born in 88, so I'm 90s, 2000s as a kid. And we had the food pyramid, right? And we've got the largest chunk at the bottom, which is carbs and breads and grains and all this stuff. Nobody told me that I didn't have to have it. So that's super exciting to know and find out and figure out and experience. Number 5, the mental health benefits that come with carnivore. A couple years back, I broke down in tears with my wife one night. We're just laying in bed and, I had lots of thoughts about things. And my grandmother had schizophrenia. My father had lots of mental health issues. And I was like 33, 34 years old, and I just couldn't remember things. This isn't like, oh, I'm getting old, the funny, I can't remember what I had for breakfast. It impacted me greatly, and I was worried. I was 33 years old, and I can't remember things. I have this brain fog. I can't focus. I can't do the things I want to do or that I know I have done previously in my life. So hopping on carnivore, it's been amazing. It's been a great blessing from the Lord because I can think clearly. I'm sharp as a tack. I don't have brain fog. Like, it's such a relief, such an awesome feeling great. And this ties into the bonus of number 6, because being on carnivore, I know it seems obvious, but being on carnivore, it's not just carnivore, but that means that I've eliminated things like gluten and carbs and food dyes and processed foods and sugars. So I've gotten rid of all of this crap. And that's kind of like a byproduct of being on carnivore that nobody even told me about. So tell me, what are some things that you learned about being on carnivore?